Hello and welcome back to Russ Plays Games. My name is Russ, and this is Let's Replay Final Fantasy II, aka 4 for the SNES. This is take number 2. My ActivePresenter decided to tell me that it didn't have enough room left on my solid-state drive on my laptop to finish saving the project and, getting everything together, and so I ended up having to play all the way back from the beginning to here, and I did it in about 2.5 hours, I think. I'll have to check it here. This is, so when we last episode, we went through, the watery cave, the watery pass, beat Octomammoth, and went to Damcyan, where we saw the Red Wings just kind of decimate the castle really fast. And then we went through Antlion's cave. And so now we're back to we're at Mount Hobs. This is where we left off, and one of the things that I wanted to mention before I continue here is, I really love, like, they have the little path that like disappears up into the mountain, kind of S-winds, and then if you look at the other side of the mountain, like it comes back down. I always love that. I thought it was cool. Excuse me. It's like 8 o'clock at night. And I recorded this whole entire part, and got to this point, and then the stinking thing took a dump on me, and because I'd only been using the one save point, so you can see actually it's been 1 hour and 22 minutes since I started, and if the numbers are a little off, that's probably why. Now, after this episode, I will go back. So I'll show you. This was where I saved it originally. Okay, this is the one I was using, and you can see where I was like 3.5 hours into the game. And this one, you can see I'm like 1 hour. I'm 1 hour and 21 minutes into it. Okay, and I made a safety save just in case my ActivePresenter decides to take a dump again. I can come back after I find a separate recording software and record this again, and then I'll figure out a way to get it together so that I can put it into and get it back up on YouTube. And I mean, honestly, if you're watching this, and obviously if you're watching this on YouTube, it worked. But what I'm saying is that I'm just making a safety save just in case I get to this point and I can't come back. So, that being said, let's go ahead and start on up Mount Hobs on our way to Fabul. Because we found out that Golbez, in his quest to get all of the jewels, all of the crystals, he's heading for Fabul for the Crystal of Air. Cast the spell of fire, Rydia. Rydia? You can do it, Rydia. Sorry, I have to get back into my voices. No. I hate fire. She's afraid of fire because her village was destroyed in a fire. Listen, Rydia, you're the only one who can melt this ice. If we can't get through here to Fabul, more our people will be in danger. Please, Rydia. Fire! And Rydia learned Fire 1. Great, Rydia. Thank you, Rydia. Alright, so we are on Mount Hobs. So, this, I remember the first time I came up here. this was a crazy game. And I remember coming up and fighting on this mountain the first time, and it was pretty crazy. They had some interesting you know, monsters and different things, and if you're not properly leveled, it can be one of the first, like, really tough spots in the game to really make it through. But there is one thing you can do. If you see the save point just off to the left here, I'm kind of pointing to it right there. You can actually, you know, buy some tents and some stuff in Kaipo, and you can go in and do some things. So yeah, in the last episode, we also cured Rydia with the SandRuby. We faced the Antlion and we killed the SandRuby. Sorry, didn't kill the SandRuby. We cured Rosa with the SandRuby. We killed the Antlion. And and so now we're just kind of on our way up Mount Hobs, on our way to Fabul. So our various characters that we've learned so far, this is one of the great things about Final Fantasy 2, aka 4, is the characters. You really get a lot of redemption out of the characters. They tend to do a lot of different things. They are very interesting once you start diving into the game. They're all very layered. They're not cardboard. That was one of my problems with some of the later Final Fantasies, specifically like Final Fantasy X. Those guys were just cardboard. I'm sorry, they just were. Okay, now Edward, he charmed that one cockatrice on the bottom there, and so he's gonna use it on himself. Sometimes he'll use it on others, and sometimes he'll use it on himself. But that's their beak attack. It's basically a stone attack, and it's an instant death. So yeah. And Edward gained another level. Alright. Gaining levels like crazy. On my previous playthrough, when I was playing through this on the other save file, I was playing through the upcoming event, and I was like, wait a minute, why is Cecil not leveling up? Can't figure this out. Well, it turns out he wasn't leveling up because, well, it's, you know, he's that way. He is, you know, he's, yeah. Cecil has thousands of hit points before he gets to the point. And this is a weak attack. The gargoyles do. They rarely cast it against your party. But what that weak attack, if you've played any of the other versions of Final Fantasy IV, that attack, that weak attack is also known as wind. And what it does is it gives you, it takes your hit points down to single digits. It doesn't matter how many hit points you have, it will just automatically bring you down to that many, to like single digit hit points. Maybe double digits if you're lucky. But it's designed to make you weak so that you're easy to pick off. If you charm the gargoyles, you can actually kill them in one hit. Anybody can kill them in one hit. Because it lowers their hit points, whatever their hit points were, it lowers them down to that single digits, you know, or like 10 or something like that. What's that? He must be a karate fighter of Fabul. Achoo! I do not know why they did that. That's part of that Ingarish. Okay? So, he's actually supposed to be a karate fighter. So he's actually supposed to be saying, like, Kia! Or, like, Kia! Or something like that. And it came out as Achu. I don't know why. I was like, is it, you know, a sneeze, father of Achu? Anybody get that reference? But yes. So, that's a story battle, but this is the actual boss fight.
That one will not be easy. Let's help!
Gotta get back into my voices here. Alright. So... we can use ice on it. We're not gonna use the Chocobo just yet. We're gonna save her... we're gonna save her... MP for the second half of the battle. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is have her and her. Cure 1. We're going to get our guys back up. I'm going to get them close to being full. Okay, that's good. Whoa. Okay, this is playing out a little bit differently than it did the last time. And there's a reason for this. You see this thing goes up into this big cloud with the face? It's about to explode. And so what we have to do is with as many people as you can, parry, because it explodes. Come on. There it goes. And parrying can kind of up your defense a tiny bit. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to have Rydia call the Chocobo on the Grey Bombs. How you need to fight in this battle is, you need to have... you need to have Rosa kind of cure everybody after the battle. Okay. Have Edward take out the normal bombs, and some of the other guys take out some of the normal bombs. You have about 5 or 6 turns before these bombs explode, which is not too bad. You can usually kick these guys' butts in that amount of time. But you just have to be very careful because they can kill you fairly quickly. But now that we have the one bomb, damn it. That did not happen the last time. Shit. Alright. I'll heal him after the battle, but... there we go. Okay, good. So, we survived. Alrighty. And Rosa learns life 1.
Thank you. I am Young, the karate master of Fabul. We were training when they attacked us.
We're on our way to Fabul.
Golbez is using Baron to get the crystals.
That means they will try to capture our crystal of air as well.
No doubt. Damcyan was already attacked and had the crystal taken away.
Fabul is next, but we are now helpless. I am the only survivor of our main forces. Those in the castle have just started on their training.
Golbez must have sent those monsters
to keep us busy here and attack Fabul.
Then they will be attacking any minute.
But you are a dark knight.
It's not only your problem, but also ours.
I am the Prince of Damcyan.
Rosa and I were in Baron, and she is Rydia. I was fooled by the King of Baron, and I had to defeat her mother. Her mother's summon, actually. See episode 1.
You have your own reasons, I see. Would you help me then?
Of course.
Fabul is to the east over the mountain. Let us go.
Karate Man Yang joined. So he's basically a monk, is what he is. So yeah, you kind of have to understand like how everything goes, like how all the different characters are and stuff. There we go. That'll be good enough. And so yeah, he's basically a monk. And in the last one, I tried to have him fight without his claws, but he couldn't do any damage. He kept missing all the time, and so I was kind of like, yeah, screw that. I'm not gonna worry about that. So yeah, I just kind of was like, forget it. I'll just equip him with a claw. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up bringing him. I'm gonna end up buying him a couple things when we get to Fabul. And so, yeah. I'm gonna wait here for a second because I charmed that guy. And he's going to cast Weak on himself. So that I can kill him. Yeah, so that's basically it. One of the things that I meant to mention in the last one, and I was kind of spacey when I did it. My god, game! Oh no, are you kidding me? Get the hell off me! God. Can't walk 2 steps. But anyway, so there's a game out there called Final Fantasy Record Keepers. And Final Fantasy Record Keepers has a really interesting oops, I meant to go item tent. So yeah, the Final Fantasy Record Keepers had an interesting mode where I think it was called record mode. So they had like record dungeons where you could go in and it was like you would just battle from like, you know, like it would tell you what was going on, and they had these little paintings, and that was the whole reason why they were called record keepers, is because they had these paintings and they got corrupted, so you had to go into these different paintings, and you know, so they had, you know, basically 1 through 15, and they have like Type 0, and they have Tactics, and they have like Crystal Chronicles. They even did the Mobius Final Fantasy, so like the character of Wool, or Warrior of Light, from that game even made it into Record Keepers, even though Mobius Final Fantasy isn't even a thing anymore. And so the interesting thing about come on, I'm doing it wrong. That's my problem. So in Record Keepers, you would... Oh, wait. I'll just kill these guys. I think I'll just have Young kick. Even though it really doesn't do that much. In fact, I think I'll just do this. And... So in the game, and then, so there was another mode where you would go in, and it was called Record Mode, and what it was is that it would take you kind of place by place in different Final Fantasy games. And so I think like the first one that you go into is Final Fantasy 13, and so you're in Cocoon, and you're kind of traveling along where Pulse is, you know, where you're fighting the people of Pulse, and you're trying to, you know, get your different, you know, characters to go to those different places. And, you play, I think the character's default name is Tyro. But you're playing this character of Tyro, and you get to like go around and try to restore these paintings. Well, you find out that there's this hall, and this hall has a gigantic, like, it leads to these actual paintings where you actually get inside of the, like the different things. So like you actually join with lightning and with Zaz and with snow and those kind of people as you go along in the game, and then at a certain point it switches you over to a different Final Fantasy, which ends up being Final Fantasy 3. What's cool is we're gonna go through a little valley here. I always thought this valley was kind of cool, and then I'll get back to my story real quick, because there's like this big mountain kind of at the end of the valley. And so, getting back to the story, so when you get to the point where your characters are now kind of in the to where your characters are now in the Final Fantasy IV, you actually fall onto the deck of the Red Wings at the beginning. So, like when we were in episode 1, when you see the them kind of coming along, and it's playing the music and stuff, and you actually are there, and it's like, and so you have this other character. Her name is Ilara, and she's kind of this happy-go-lucky kind of character, and she's like, hey, we need to make sure that we're and Tyro's like, now when we do these things, we can't influence people, because it will it will affect the histories that have already been told. And so you can't go through. But one of the things that they have in there is the Goblin Summon, or the Imp Summon. And I think in Final Fantasy IV for the PlayStation, I think they still called them Imps. And actually, I'm not even going to worry about that right at the moment, because there's a funny thing that'll happen here in a minute. Alright.
Young, we were waiting for you.
Those guys say the same thing. Alrighty. Now that we're here, got a couple things to buy. Okay. Okay. This is black armor. It is for Cecil. And it's his best armor as a Dark Knight. And I might be kind of spoiling that if you have not played this game, but honestly, if you haven't played this game by now, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Do need to give him a leather, and I do need to give him an iron ring. Oh, I will in a minute. That's right, I will in a minute. Okay. So anyway, getting back to Record Keepers.
We lost our main forces. No, I can't believe it.
And we're going to go up the 2 towers. We're going to go up both towers here. And so while we're doing that, I'll kind of do this.
I heard you were ambushed on Mount Hobs. Are you okay, sir?
Well, I'm not sleeping. I'm contemplating.
If he wasn't okay, we wouldn't be walking around, you moron. God.
Wanna see me dance?
Yes.
Wah!
Yeah, that surprised me the first time too. I love it. It's funny.
Beat them up, sir. We're safe in the castle. Are you back from your training, young? king's bedroom. Let's sleep in the king's bed.
Darn tootin', we're gonna sleep in the king's bed. Heck yeah. Take it. Let's go. Alright, so, getting back to my quick story. So, in the Final Fantasy Record Keepers, there is the Goblin Summon, and it does like a Goblin Punch attack. And there's also a Bomb Summon. And in this game, you can actually attain the Bomb Summon. I've done it once. In the, 30 years I've been playing this game? And so I've only attained it ever once, and it kind of, sucked because it was like, are you flippin' serious, because it's so rare.
This is our nursing room.
Let me talk to Young's wife here.
Hi, honey.
It's my wife. This is Cecil. He saved my life.
Thanks.
And so, but the Imp Summon I only ever got once, and it was on the PSX version, and I was playing, because I don't know if it's in this game or not. It might be, but it might just be the same rarity as the Bomb Summon, which I think is like 1 in 255 battles. So, like, literally, if you want it, you have to fight like 255 times and hope. But then again, it's not, like, after 255 battles, you'll get one summon. It's every time you fight, you have a 1 in 255 chance of them dropping it. And you either have to be fighting bombs, or you have to be fighting imps. I fought bombs. And those bombs, they were, it was actually the bombs up on Mount Hobs, and I remember getting the Bomb Summon, and then I think I gave it to Rydia, and so it was just kind of one of those crazy things where, we're, looking at some of this stuff, and it's like, should we try for it? Well, first time I was playing the PSX version of Final Fantasy IV, I was at Warren Beach Christian Camp and Conference Center in Stanwood, Washington, just outside of Stanwood, Washington, and while I was up there, I went by the Walmart that was up there, and I can't remember exactly where it was. It was either in Stanwood or it was in a different place. But anyway, went there, and I bought Final Fantasy Chronicles, because it has my 2 favorite games of all time, and if you've watched my channel, you'll know what those games are. And so, let me see here. Actually, what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell that. I think I'll keep that. I will sell this. I'm going to sell these because I will not need them. Sell that. We'll sell that. We'll keep those. Now, sell 10. Sell these. And I'm going to sell these. So you may have noticed that I'm selling a whole bunch of stuff. And that's because, let me redo my items here. That's because we have an event coming up. And you'll notice probably that I de-equipped Rosa. And, so, honestly, at this point, it's like, this is what I'm doing. Okay. So, we're not going to have a healer for this battle. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to kind of move our stuff around here. And there we go. Alright, I'm going to do this. Okay. So anyway, so I was up there. And then, like, so I bought Chronicles. I went in. I was like, dang, man, this is going to be so dang cool. Went in. Played the game. And, like, the first or second battle that I played. Okay. That, I got the Imp Summon. And I went, whoa, and I, like, played it, and I used it, and I think it was similar. I think in that game it's similar to, I don't think it does Goblin Punch. I think it's similar to Odin in that it, like, attacks, but I think it only attacks, like, one member. And it does pretty weak damage. I mean, it's not the best summon. I mean, it's there, but it's not the best summon. But it was kind of cool, but I didn't have a memory card. So I was not able to save my progress. And ever since then, I have never pulled the Imp Summon. And all the times I played the Final Fantasy IV for the PlayStation. Or even any of its others. Any of the ones on the, like on the Game Boy Advance or the PSP or the DS. I've never pulled the Imp Summon. So young. And then you'll notice there's a button off to the right and a pot off to the left. We will not be able to get those right now because of the event. But we will. We'll get to them. Don't worry. Young. This is the King of Fabul. Young. King. The Baronian Kingdom mobilized his air force to get our crystal of air. The one called Golbez is behind this attempt. Truly. These people here came to let us know. Who are these people? We have no time to waste. The defense of the castle must be tightened immediately. But you're a dark knight of Baron. Can I really trust you? King, they are trustworthy. They came to my defense when I was attacked. Not a moment is to be lost.
There is no time. I am glad to see you again, sir.
Oh, Prince Edward.
Damcyan too has suffered from the attack and had the crystal taken away. I lost my parents and beloved friend. Would you let the same thing happen to Fabul?
I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Will you help us defend the crystal? But thou must. They are all outstanding combatants. I ask them to take the forefront. Very well, I leave the matter in your hands. Girls, would you take the office of relief?
Certainly.
Now, Cecil. One thing you'll notice, right before I continue this here, one thing you'll notice is that they spelled defense as we would spell fence, right? F-E-N-C-E. We spelled defense, the actual word defense here in America, we spell it with an S. So we spell it D-E-F-E-N-S-E. But in the King's proper English, they pronounce it with a C. Not sure why. Don't know why we changed it either. But anyway, getting back to it.
Cecil. Take care.
So do you. And you, Rydia. And that's one of the things that, like, in the original Final Fantasy, we did not have such expressive sprites. They were very, very plain. I mean, they were just 8-bit sprites. But these 16-bit sprites, they could get them to do amazing things.
They are coming!
Meet them. Okay, just like the battle in Kaipo, we are going to kill the first guy here. And then we're going to take down the general. Now, Edward will be sort of our surrogate fighter in this battle, or a healer, I should say, in this battle. So when our guys start taking some damage or whatever, then he's going to, do. He's going to do that. I see. The thing is about this, the general only has one particular command, and that's to charge. And so yeah, he's basically not going to be able to, like, do much, if you know what I'm saying. Like, he's basically just kind of there. So even though he was charmed, he's not going to be able to do that. So, alright, we killed him. Yay! It's about time. Okay. And for that, we're going to get 476 experience points, which is a good thing. Okay? The Red Wings! I always love this part. And this battle, like, I remember the first time I got here, it was crazy, because it's just like fight after fight after fight. We can't fight back the airships! Retreat! And then that guy, he's like, Young's like, get off of there! He's like, oh yeah, right.
Sorry, I dragged you into a hopeless war.
I told you, the cause of war is not yours alone. And we haven't lost yet! I always like their steps, like their pounding footsteps, and like it kind of, you know, shakes a little bit. Okay, so usually what I do for this battle is I'll have Edward attack the Weeper, just because she has, you know, she gets charmed and then she'll attack one of the other two. But that's the reason why I bought the Thunderclaws, was so that, because the Sea Hags are weak to Thunder Magic. And so I bought the Thunderclaws for him for that reason.
We must withdraw.
Might be a little too deep. Because you don't really have any time to, like, stop and, like, go to the menu and, like, rearrange or heal. I mean, it's just battle after battle after battle with this one. I remember the first time, I was breathless by the end of it. I was like, oh my god.
King has already taken refuge with the women and children. Draw the enemies and smash them.
I always like to say crush them.
Yarg!
I remember the first time I played this. I think Edward spent most of the battle hiding. Just because I think he was at like level 7. Whereas like now I think I have him up around level like, I don't know, 11 or something like that. And yeah, he was horrible. Poor guy. I mean, yeah, he spent most of the battle just kind of hiding out. Because once he goes to hide, like, he will not come back. Even if you call him back, he will not come back to the battle. He like refuses, and it does kind of suck. Because you're trying to get, you know, you're trying to beat these guys, and you, like I said, you don't have time to like battle, and like every battle, like before I could even get a stinking action in, he would just run off, and it was like, come on, dude, wake up. Trying to heal you. And the problem is that if I brought him back, he would just run off again, and it's like, God, it's like, Edward, stop.
We can't hold here any longer.
Lock the door. We must at least hold this ground.
Where's the crystal?
Upstairs. Opened. What? What are you doing?
This battle will be over in 3 seconds if he charms him. Yes! No, wait. I forgot to wait for him to do the wind attack. Damn it! Well, it was still over in 3 seconds, so it doesn't matter. Alright, and then it's another Weeper, Imp Captain, Waterhag fight. And then, after this. We got a couple things, and then we'll be ready to go. I'm going to have him throw a Cure 1 on Young. I'm going to have Cecil throw a Cure 1 on himself. I'm going to basically spend a few minutes here and heal. Just because this is probably the easiest battle to do it in. And it's just going to be a lot easier at this point. Okay. There we go. Alright.
Let's retreat to the crystal room.
No! Edward! Yeah, I just remember this. This was one of the reasons why I fell in love with Final Fantasy IV, was the fact that you had all of these different, you know, like, characters and personalities and various parts where, you know, the characters would do different things, and you know, everything would then, you know, happen out, and it was one of those things where by the end, I mean, you're just like, wow, these characters are really fun, and they're really cool. Like, I really like these characters. They're good, you know. They're fighting a war, a hopeless war, you know, and they're doing it because they know it's right. And, you know, they'd rather just, you know, they'd rather try to you know, fight than be, you know, than let everybody roll them. So
It's been a while, Cecil.
Kain, you're alive.
Yeah. Fight with us.
Surely. But against you, Cecil. Kain? Single combat, Cecil. No! Okay, Kain has like... Kain has like 10,000 hit points here. He is unbeatable at this stage. Like, you can attack him if you want. I mean, it really doesn't make a difference. But, like, there. I mean, you know. What's wrong? Ha! He just has to either get you down, like, all the way to 0 HP or down till you're, like, on the ground, like that. Got you. Oh, I guess he does attack you all the way. So. Yeah.
You are under Golbez's.
I'll put you out of your misery. You can't.
No!
Rosa.
Kain, why you?
Don't look at me. Why so upset, Kain?
I love his theme.
Golbez. You are Golbez.
And you
are Cecil. Glad to see you. And take my greeting. Cecil!
No!
That's enough. Take the crystal, Kain.
Yes, master. Probably not as deep as I had Kain before.
No! Kain!
Don't! Is this girl so important to you? Very well. I shall see you again. I'm taking her as a token of this promise. Come, Kane. I always imagine that, like, during, if you've watched Star Wars Episode 7, when Kylo Ren, like, you know, waves his hand behind Rey's head and she falls asleep, like, I would kind of imagine, like, that was what he was doing. And I mean, this was way back, before that even came out, but that was kind of, like, how I imagined that he was, like, kidnapping Rosa, was he was, like, putting her under a spell and then, like, you know, carting her off.
You had a narrow escape, Cecil.
Wait. Rosa.
Cure. You okay? Thanks, Rydia, but Rosa was taken.
And the crystal. Rosa.
Come on, Rosa is all right, and we can take back the crystal too. That's right.
We will help you this time. Heal the wound and let us think about how to rescue Rosa.
Thank you. So, this theme, I think it's called either Theme of Sorrow or, like, Sorrow's Theme, or like Our Sorrow or something like that. I can't remember the track name. But, yeah, that was kind of I always loved that song. Now we can grab all of these treasures that we couldn't grab before.
The king has been wounded, so he is resting in his bedroom.
And we really can't do much. Like, if we go up and talk to the king, he's just going to tell you to go rest at the inn. So, like, you can't really do anything as of yet. So, yeah, we're just going to grab all this. Oh, and we finally got Cecil an upgrade. He has the Black Shield. I think this armor that he's wearing, this black armor that he's wearing, I think it's actually, I think it's called Devil Armor in the Final Fantasy IV, the normal Final Fantasies.
Young, you must be very tired. Please rest here.
Sorry, I kind of gave my Russian accent.
We must rescue Rosa.
But we need the airship. Baron is the only one who has it. Can't we sneak in? Baron's main force is the Red Wings. The sea power is relatively weak. Let's make it on the sea.
But how?
I will ask the king for a ship. He will cooperate with you. Thanks. Who is that dragoon? Kane, who used to be my best friend. Together, we swore to get out of Baron. I see.
Anyway, we must take a rest now.
I see. Young, go and help them. We owe Cecil so much. A ship will be arranged soon. We hope it will help. Cecil, take this sword. A dark knight who came to Fabul left this long ago. But it is still the arms of the dark side. It will not work against the true blue. We received the black sword. Go to the harbor to the east as soon as you are prepared. You'll find a ship is there for you. If Golbez acquires them all, the world will face an unprecedented crisis.
And he just says, go to the harbor as soon as you're ready.
Well, the king used to be a great karate fighter also. There's nothing to worry about.
That's either like his chambermaid or his wife. I haven't figured out what yet because I don't know, to be honest. I don't know that we ever really get an answer to that.
What an attack! It's good that our town is within the castle. Achoo! I want to be strong like our karate fighters.
Alright, dude. Keep practicing. Eventually you'll get there.
Good luck.
There's one other place we must visit. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of gone long. The episode. I know it's going to be that way. We'll talk to those guys on the way back down.
My, you are alive.
They saved me.
Thanks for everything.
Are you okay?
Sure, a soldier came, but I hit him with my frying pan.
Let me see here. They saved not only me, but Fabul as well. And that's what he says. Sorry, I kind of went a little quick on that one. I was a little quick on the A button there.
I wish I could use the white magic as well as Rosa. They even have monsters on their side.
Good Golbez. Those two just say the same thing. So, like, this guy says the same thing as this guy, and this guy says the same thing as this guy. So, we're not going to talk to everybody. We don't need to. Alright. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to go outside. These guys say anything new? We will guard here. Oh, they do. Yep. It's all the same. I think the other guys just say, like, good luck on your mission, young, or something like that, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. Oh, right there, too. Come on. So, yeah, I don't know that there's much to talk about at the moment. Okay, now I know why I'm not killing them outright. It's because I forgot to equip the Black Sword, which is also known as the Demon Sword. If you've ever seen, Record of Lotus War, that anime. That one was fun. That one they kind of used for that. Alrighty, so I'm going to de-equip these people really fast. Otherwise we'll lose everything. See if I can get this right here. So yeah, you'll see why I bought those Thunder Claws later, because I won't necessarily need them right at the moment, but I will have use for them eventually. And you'll see, like, when I go back to the other one, you'll see that I have all the same, pretty much all the same stuff. The only difference is I think Cecil has more hit points, only because I think he's like a level 17 instead of level 16, but that's the only difference. Like, yeah, he's at 349 and here he's at 323, so yeah, he's only like one level different, so it's not that big of a deal.
Honey, take good care and fight bravely.
Certainly.
The others too.
Yes, madam. Take care.
Don't worry.
You're Cecil. I've heard of your feat. Feel at home on my ship. It won't take long to reach Baron. Now, let's get going. Raise the anchor. Hoy! So yeah, in the first Final Fantasy, I think you used the ship for like half the game, and then once you got the airship, you just kind of left it behind. Like, you just took off, and because there were no ports in the north, even though you could stop by certain places, you could, if there was an outlet to the sea from a river, you could stop the ship there and use the canoe to go ashore.
What would you do after we arrive at Baron?
Let's find Sid, the master engineer. He's the expert of the airships. He'll help us.
Hope he's okay.
Are you cold? You're shivering. No, it's nothing.
Yeah, he's just frail. Weak constitution. Alrighty. So the nice thing about the Black Sword is, and it'll become useful in the next episode, but like, it basically can KO monsters. Like, it can basically kill monsters fairly quickly. What? This caught me by total surprise the first time I played it. It was like, what the heck?
It can't be. Is that true? The Master of the Seas. That's Leviathan.
No, it's not Leviathan, it's Leviathan. They just didn't have enough space to be able to put it on for the summon, so they just decided to keep him without the H. But if you play Final Fantasy IV for the DS or for the PSP, he's actually doing that. And I love how the how the guys are panicking on the deck, how they're like all panicking and stuff. But anyway, yeah, if you play a different version of Final Fantasy IV, except for the PlayStation version, they actually spell it right as Leviathan. But if you play it on either the Super Nintendo or the PSX, then it will do that. Stop it! And then they go right back to panicking. Help!
Rydia!
Rydia! Young! No!
Edward! Where am I? Rydia? Edward! Young! Guess I'm alone. Well, what happened? And where are they? And where are we? Well, you'll have to tune in next time to find out. So, my name is Russ. This has been Russ Plays Games. And on the next episode, we'll figure out where we are, what we're doing, and where we're going from here. Actually, this is probably the most exciting part of the game. And I absolutely love it. So, keep it locked right here. And another thing that I want to let you know, drop a comment, smash that like button, hit subscribe, let your friends know if they're role-playing game fans and stuff, and let them come on out and see it and everything, and yeah, they'll enjoy it, I think. And yeah, from there we'll head on and we'll go from there. So leave a comment. What's been your favorite part of the Let's Play so far? And also comment what your favorite Final Fantasy is. You know, is it 7? Is it 8? Is it 9? Is it 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Is it some of the earlier ones maybe? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6? You already know this one's mine. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what's going on so that I can get a little bit more audience involvement, audience engagement. So yeah, sorry about the stuff running a little long, but you know, I'm trying to take it a chunk of the game at a time, you know, so that I can keep it fairly simple. Instead of having like 400 episodes, I can, maybe have like 40 or 50. So, we'll see what happens when we get towards the end. Kind of like with Chrono Trigger. So, anyway, and I'm still playing through that one. One of these days I'll get back to the point where I left off, and then I'll be able to go through and beat the game and put that out. So, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.